All right. Welcome back to Ringside with Ryan, where I am joined by 11-year-old WWE superfan, my son, Ryan. Ryan, how are you feeling after this crazy week of WWE action?
It was really intense this week. We saw a lot of interesting things that I'm excited to talk about on this episode. And yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. I am excited to jump in. We're going to do a full recap of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. But before we jump too far in, Ryan, let's give a shout out to some of our awesome viewers who commented on last week's episode on our YouTube channel. Our first comment comes from @Colleen Carpenter, who asked, do you think CM Punk is going to face Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? What do you think about this, Ryan?
Well, CM Punk is in the Elimination Chamber, and if he loses, that might be a triple threat match: Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how that shakes out for sure. Ryan, our next question comes from @Barry Woodward, who asked, can you remember a better spear than the one Braun Breaker put on Speed at the Royal Rumble? He really flattened him. Ryan, what's the best spear that you've ever seen?
The best spear I've ever seen is at WrestleMania 17. Edge speared Jeff Hardy while Jeff Hardy was hanging from where he was trying to get the tag team championships. And where does Edge come from? Off the ladder and into a spear.
That was a wild spear, Ryan. One of my personal favorite spears was when Roman Reigns, I believe this was at Survivor Series, Roman Reigns hit Shane McMahon with just a brutal spear, dang near turned him upside down in midair. That was one of the most wild spears that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, finally, we want to give a shout out to another young listener named Henry. This is coming from @Stephanie Woodward on YouTube, who said, you guys make such good content. Thank you so much, Henry. Ryan, do you have anything else we want to say to all of our awesome viewers before we jump into Monday Night Raw recap?
We just said your name in the while you're doing shout outs, we're gonna send you some Ringside with Ryan merch, and
yeah, looking forward to it. We got our first wave of some cool surprise Ringside with Ryan merch coming in this week. If we chose your comment to discuss, we're going to be sending you some information with some further instructions on how to get that. So thank you so much. We appreciate all the comments. Please keep them coming, and we'll be sure to feature more comments next week. All right, Ryan. So kicking off Monday Night Raw this past week, Jey Uso is red hot after winning the Royal Rumble. The crowd seems to be all in on this movement. He seems to be kind of teasing his WrestleMania decision between Gunther or Cody. Obviously, Gunther came out to meet him on Monday Night Raw. Who do you think he should challenge, Ryan?
I think he should challenge Gunther to win his first world championship. And
yeah, it's they definitely have some history there. It'll be interesting, to see who he chooses. I know we're going to talk about SmackDown more here in a second. We'll have some further news on that, but definitely a big storyline. Speaking of just big moments, Ryan, CM Punk versus Sami Zayn in an Elimination Chamber qualifier match really kind of stole the show on Raw. Punk got the win, but Kevin Owens shocked the whole WWE universe by turning on Sami. What do you think about KO's attack on Sami Zayn?
they've been friends since like 2010, and it was just shocking to everybody that KO betrayed Sami. like nobody saw it coming. That's why it was so surprising. And everybody's probably like, why did he do that? We might figure that out on maybe on Raw or SmackDown the next week.
Yeah, definitely, interesting story. Hopefully to follow on that. I think everybody was really just, like you said, kind of left in shock. Well, next up, it seems that Charlotte Flair's return really isn't sitting well with fans. I know we got some more to follow on that. We also saw Seth Rollins, it seems to kind of be playing mind games, acting like Sammy's friend, but really protecting himself. What do you think about Rollins' tactics right now?
Nobody knows what he's gonna do, so we don't know. It's like a mystery that you're trying to solve. Like, we don't know what's next for Seth Rollins. Maybe an Elimination Chamber qualifying match, maybe something to head to WrestleMania. I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of a mind games, master. So definitely something to keep a close eye on. Ryan, the final Raw highlight of the night, or that I think we were going to hit, was Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser. We saw Pete Dunne interfered, setting up what looks like a triple threat feud between all of them. Where do you think this is going? What do you think is next with this rivalry?
I think Adam Pearce was trying to get Braun Breaker a number one contenders match, and I think that would be the perfect match. Pete Dunne, Penta, Ludwig Kaiser, and a number one contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, I agree. That one's going to be fun to watch. Definitely don't want to sleep on that storyline, because who knows where that one's going to go. So hey, let's jump to Friday Night SmackDown. Just like on Raw, Jey Uso started us off with a huge moment, standing face to face with Cody Rhodes. Then out of nowhere, Jacob Fatu and Tomatanga attacked. What's your take on this Bloodline 2.0 really trying to make a statement?
First of all, the Bloodline 2.0 has been messing with Cody's life since WrestleMania 40. Like, after he finished that story, probably his new story with the Undisputed Championship is Bad Blood with the Bloodline 2.0. And Jacob Fatu and Tomatanga are probably not done with Cody, what he did with Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Ryan. I think it's also going to be interesting to see Roman's stance on this. If Roman, Jay, or Jimmy, get further involved in this, who knows where this is going to go. But I agree. I don't think the Bloodline 2.0 is definitely not done with Cody. Shifting gears here for a second, another kind of crazy moment on Friday night was Bianca Belair pulled off a crazy KOD on Piper Niven to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Ryan, what do you think about Bianca's strength?
She's done everything with her strength. She's KO'd Nia Jax. She's KO'd Piper Niven. What's next for her strength? What is she gonna do next?
I don't know. I don't know what else she can do. She is definitely a superhuman athlete. She is fun to watch. One of my favorites. I know she's one of your favorites as well. Bianca always brings the energy and is always impressive to watch. Another moment of the night, there was some kind of tag team drama where Pretty Deadly pulled a sneaky upset over DIY. We also saw Drew McIntyre made a statement in his SmackDown return, qualifying for the Elimination Chamber in a triple threat match. Do you think Drew McIntyre has a shot at winning it all, Ryan?
I think he has a 50% chance that he could, because there's a lot of good people in that chamber. Like, so far there's CM Punk, And Drew McIntyre's in it now, and John Cena. And there's probably going to be some more good ones in there soon.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a fun one to watch as well. Shifting gears back to some more women's superstar moments on SmackDown. Ryan, we also saw Tiffany Stratton is demanding that Charlotte Flair choose her for WrestleMania. Do you think that's the right move for Charlotte Flair?
Well, not to be rude, Tiffany Stratton, if you're watching this, you're kind of easier to beat, and Rhea Ripley is hard to beat, and Flair probably doesn't want to pick Rhea Ripley because at WrestleMania 39, Rhea Ripley beat Charlotte Flair to take her title.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be in Charlotte's mind. Who knows if Tiffany's playing mind games with Charlotte or how that's going to work, but we'll definitely keep a close eye on that storyline as well. So Ryan, the final match of the night, obviously we saw Cody and Jey take on Fatu and Tonga. Rhodes, stands tall at the end of the match, but for how long? Do you think the bloodline is done with him? What do you think is going to happen next?
I don't think the bloodline's done with Cody. I think they have more tricks up their sleeve for Cody.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Um, I think this is close to a wrap for this week's episode of Ringside with Ryan. Do want to remind all of our listeners, let us know in the comments this week. We want to hear from you. Who should Jey Uso face at WrestleMania? Should he pick Gunther or Cody? And tell us why you think he should make that choice. Also, we want to hear your picks for the Elimination Chamber as well. And remember, drop your comments in on our YouTube channel or Spotify channel. If we pick your comment, we're going to be sending you some free Ringside with Ryan merch. Ryan, what am I forgetting?
Make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video, and comment down below what you guys want us to do next.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, to our listeners, until the next episode, we will see you ringside.